Hey folks, in today's video, if you are struggling with coming up with the time to create Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, or TikTok videos, I'm going to be showing you how you can turn long form content into short form media with 3 AI tools. Let's get right into it. So if you could excuse my voice, what I'm literally using is I screen recorded the content, and that is what this video and voiceover is going to be covering. There's a couple of tools that are new into the market. The first one I want to talk about is Minvo, I believe is how you pronounce it. It just came out on AppSumo. I have no affiliates. I'm not an AppSumo affiliate or have any relations to this company, but I did buy a lifetime deal on this, hoping that it could save some money in the long term if I'm scaling out Blend Logic. Now, with that being said, it's on AppSumo and they have a website. I'll show how each tool works. This one pretty much was buggy still in the first phases, but it's got 14 reviews and it did all right. So there's various types of licensing deals that you can choose from, but just keep that in mind that I believe it's still not fully baked. The next one is Opus.pro. So I follow Starter Story on YouTube and I saw one of the persons recommended this. This is a similar functionality of auto AI generated content from long form media. So what this will do is cut up and show you different types of shorts, auto caption, and give you some various outputs which still need to be tweaked. And then the last one is Submagic, and this one is strictly a caption editor, caption creator. I thought originally when I was looking at it that it would be similar to these other two products, but I'm still going to include it in this video because it's pretty useful. If you use some of these tools in combination with one another, you can create these auto-generated captions, but it does not do video editing. So we'll take a look at that at the end of this video because this is the last one I showcase the screen recording of how it works in the back end. Folks, you'll have to excuse my voice. I sound very nasally. I think I'm coming down with something that's going around in my whole family. Hopefully, maybe a mild case of the flu or hopefully a mild case of COVID. But nonetheless, we are recording content for the YouTube channel for the full days of work happens. Now, I want to say, if you're new to this channel, my name's Alan Nafaretti. I do travel, tech, and stuff of that nature. I aim to help lifelong learners utilize technology to accelerate their lives to ultimately reach the great pillars of happiness, wealth, love, to say the least, of what I aim for people to accomplish. So this channel is just going to be talking about how traveling and technology combined together help you live a happy life. That being said, this technology could speed up hours, minutes of your life if you're in a media agency or you're looking to produce content for your own personal branding or travel vlogs. This makes short form content pretty easy. We start off with Opus.pro. What we have here is you have, once you first launch into, after you upload the content, you launch into the visual editor. It tells you how it works. It removes fillers, stuff of that nature. So the timeline is on the bottom or the right screen, and we'll show you a preview window. And so simply what you do is it creates these captions for you that shows visually on screen and will create for you. You highlight the text. If you're familiar with Descript, this could be something useful. You basically hit the remove both and it scratches it out and then thus removes it from the timeline. So it's a pretty simple process. So you could go through your whole process, removing and cutting the video as you like. So it finds the segments and then you edit out the filler words or filler sentences and you can be good to go there. In Opus.pro, there's also a way to add B-roll footage, but you can't, and from what I tested, can't really move it around or decide where to put it, but you can change the search term of what it is and where it goes. You can also move things around depending on the framing of the shot, and it comes with preset templates. Like I mentioned, once you generate the B-roll content, it's not clear to me how to move it around to places you want to place it around. And there's also an emoji functionality, which basically places emojis on the text captions as well, which can be useful to do. A showcase for this clip, what would have been great is I'm trying to illustrate that it's over 1 million acres of land at Big Bend National Park. So you want to fill up on gas. And unfortunately, I'm not going to pay for the stock footage, but this would have been perfect to use as B-roll for my shorts, reels, and TikTok content. So that wraps up Opus.pro. Leave some comments below if you have any questions between these devices, or sorry, these softwares. But we're going to take a look now at how the AppSumo purchase I got works. So One thing to keep in mind with AppSumo, I'm not an affiliate, but you get 60 days to have a refund, so you can fully buy these softwares and then refund it if it doesn't work for you. And so basically what that means is just make sure when you buy something, you can always add licenses to get to the higher tier, but just make sure that the thing works to fit your needs. Everything is a tool to accomplish things and hopefully make your lives faster, not make your tasks faster, not make them longer. So yes, there's a learning period, but ideally what you'd want to do, in my opinion, in business is come up and purchase tools that help people. Because like right now I'm showing the video editing, but if you had a tool that gets video editors out of your business process, you could save money and save time. So with that being said, let's take a look at Opus Pro. I was getting some bugs with this software, specifically some of the cuts weren't actually loading or playing. This, as you can see, has similar text to video functionality. It has a title function. I like it better of how it has more of a video editing type of purpose, giving you options that have titles, move them around in the timeline. You could move your emojis around, make them last longer, stuff of that nature. And this is all added as a default from the AI. So everything that's put in here was AI generated at first, and now I'm tweaking it. But with that being said, there are some bugs. It was confusing or difficult sometimes, the difference of understanding what delete versus delete caption versus delete the edit. So I think there's some work to be done, and basically explaining how the customer experience is, what the UI UX is of what am I editing out versus what am I deleting the captions of. Basically what I mean by that is, am I deleting the caption or am I deleting the whole video and it's going to skip forward in the video editing timeline? Because Descript, if you guys have used that, makes it so that when you delete the text, it deletes the video section of that portion. So that was something I was getting confused about. And then also I had an issue with the B-roll. When I made the content, it wasn't actually matching to the timeline. So I think there's some bugs that need to be worked out. But so far, from a lifetime user perspective, this seems like it could be something I keep in play, or I just use Opus Pro, get that refund, and just pay their pricing model. Opus Pro, of course, comes in at the Pro. They have a limited time deal of 70% off. You get the Pro version, which has 36,000 processing minutes and 2 users in a team for $10, whereas the starter has 150 processing minutes and only no team members, so no one to roll it out to. If we compare that to Minvo's pricing, they have $8 a month for 120 minutes, or you could get the same 120 minutes in the Pro, but you get AI writing for posts, articles, etc. And the $20 a month gets you, I'm not exactly sure, Pro Plus looks like exactly the same. You get videos stored for longer and upload files up to larger amounts. Now, of course, with the AppSumo deal, if you're doing the pricing, let's say you get the $20 a month, the tier 5 pricing I paid for was $650, so $650 divided by 20. You need to use it for about 2 years to get the price of what you paid for it. $20 a month for 120 minutes per month. Translating that back is about 2 hours, while the tier 5 has 50 hours of video input and up to 10 users. It's definitely something I see more scalable, which is something why I purchased this, as opposed to if I have Opus Pro and you pay for the Pro pricing plan, you can only have 1 additional or 2 additional users. I recommend at least getting the tier 1 on AppSumo, testing it out for yourself, and then Opus Pro has, of course, a free tier, then testing both of these software as a services for yourself. Folks, the last thing we're going to take a look at is Submagic Co. I originally thought that this was a text to video editor as well and could create shorts for you. It turns out that you have to upload the shorts in up to 90 seconds that this takes and 200 megabytes. If we take a look at this, I was actually deleting some of the captions, and I thought it would delete the video, but it doesn't work that way. And what it actually does is just delete the captions, but the video stays the same. So that's something to consider. I do find that sometimes the captions, as you can see, we're comparing both. They're pretty much kind of the same. So Opus Pro, I think, does a better job at making captions be like multiple words, where Minvo does it word by word, or there's some kind of algorithm for getting captions that I have yet to understand, but I showcased in this video. So that's something to take a ponder of between these 3 devices. Which ones will you use? Submagic Co simply makes subtitles, whereas the other 2 are video editing tools from long form content, and you could edit the video in post. I thought that was a nice touch. The auto B-roll and the content they chose was smartly aligned to what the video was about. Of course, you could go in and add your own B-roll footage if you wanted to, and then you could also look at the publish feature, which has auto-generated text that you could use for your posts. So if you take this, copy this, like export this video, copy this to Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts or TikTok, and then you have captions and hashtags to use for your post title. All right, everyone. So that has been my take of these 3 tools. What we covered was Minvo, which is available as a lifetime deal at AppSumo. I recommend checking out AppSumo because Descript, now that I'm using it, used to be on AppSumo and I don't have a lifetime deal on it, but I think Descript is actually a pretty good video editing tool, which we haven't gotten into. I'm going to make my own separate video on a video editing text-to-speech tool. And then the other ones, these tools helped you create short form media from long form media. And the other one was Opus.pro. And lastly, something I included in this video, though it's not in the same category, is Submagic, which is a auto caption generated tool that also has pretty nice B-roll footage content as well as transitions and sound effects that you could add to your reels to give them more pop. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. It's Alan F. Reddy. And you can also check out my technology channel at BlendLogic Tech, where I review more in-depth technical things and technology, such as pretty much just doing laptop reviews. Check that out. And you should see some video recommendations on the side and the channel BlendLogic. So be sure to check that out. And any likes, comments, and subscribes really helps me grow this personal channel. So I hope you guys see you in the subs list. Peace.